Hey YouTube, this is MP. I'm still in Northern California and it's 1/21/19, and I say this with all kinds of sincerity. You are not going to believe this. These confirmations are coming in right now in an amazing, miraculous fashion. So, it's amazing. Let me just explain and go through this quickly here. I was making this video on January 18th, 3 days ago. January 18th, 3 days ago, right? And I was exposing the government shutdown, human sacrifices, false flag event before it happens. So what I was explaining was, and those that follow this channel will remember, but let's remember that, not everybody follows every single video or even follows this channel at all. So help me like this and spread this out there. This is major important. So what I was talking about, human sacrifices, is they pick certain days, like 4/19, for example, and 4/20, to have these human sacrifices. And I was explaining how the Apollo 1 mission had 3 human sacrifices of those astronauts. Remember that word. And then the Challenger explosion had another 7, and I think it was like 1 day difference. Years later, there was another 7 on Columbia, and now. So it was 377, and it's the same numbers I've been told to warn about when I see 37, to warn about a war coming. So I've been explaining this stuff on here for literally almost 7 years now. You with me? So I wanted to give some key points. The numbers 3, the number 7, the number 222, and these human sacrifices and those dates. I've also been mentioning the country of Jordan in regards to being a threat to Israel, and I've been mentioning specifically New York, a big false flag's coming. That's what I'm showing you this video because that's what it's about. Exposing a false flag event before it happens. In particular, 2 states, Florida and New York. So now let me run all this information by you after I got all that through. So here's the video. I'm going to cue it up here from 3 days ago. And remember, I showed Apollo 1, Challenger, and Columbia, and it was relating to Florida and the Pod 39, and Challenger was launched on Pad 39 in Florida, and the Pod 39 is in New York. And God had shown me a map of that, and I drawed it out years ago. And I'm showing right here that Columbia is lost 15 years ago. Space shuttle blew apart 16 minutes from home. So it was coming re-entering in to go to Texas, and a tile had fell off of it, and it just literally burned up into the atmosphere. And I think that was some type of sacrifice that we're not being told about. So that's this video, right? So the Columbia and astronauts. And then here's the area I was shown. So it's New York, and it's a very precise area. And the Pod 39 is right in here. Can everybody see this? And I was mentioning when I originally made this video that there's also a Pad 39. Right? And so here's the UN, Trump World Tower, Consulate General of Mexico. This was from years ago, right? And so I looked at this Pod 39, and I found that it has a restaurant there named Salvation. So follow me on this. The date on this video was January 9th, 2019. And so we were also discussing the number 22 and 2222. And as I was making this video on January 13th, so 8 days ago, I was discussing the number 222 as 2 witnesses arrive at my door. It begins. And this has had so many confirmations. So here they are. I was showing a I was showing some things on my security camera, and these guys walk right up live at 9/11 into it, and there they are, right? And they come, and then they just walk right up to the door. And so, speeding along here, I saw this news article, and it was talking about Elliot in Israel and Jordan. Israel and Jordan. And so I went to, that name Elliot sounded familiar, so I went to see a video I'd made on it, and sure enough. So this video goes all the way back to, again, April. For like the 7th time now, April has popped up. April 17th, 2013. This video is talking about how Elliot had a code red and came into alert when three missiles slammed into the city from Sinai. But for a while, what the media was showing was they didn't know who attacked them, and it turns out it seems to have turned out that they were coming from Egypt. So this is all going to tie in, right? And I'll do a quick summary. So let me expand this here. So as you can see in the description of that video from 2013, I'm talking about, look, 7337. Again, this is like 6 years ago. And I'm talking about that dream. And when you scroll down here, I said this took me 12 hours to pray over. It is amazing because it was 2:22 a.m. when I am making this video for the 3rd time, because that is exactly what time I woke up in the morning 12 hours ago, 2:22. This is amazing. So remember that. I even mentioned Mexico and earthquakes. This is astounding, and those that get it will get it. So now let me show you the news article. This is just kind of breaking right now. Benjamin Netanyahu has just announced that they're opening a new Israeli airport near the Jordanian border. There's Jordan. But watch this. You're just simply not going to believe this. Jordan state-run media is saying the new Israeli airport near its border violates the kingdom's sovereignty. And we'll scroll down. And it says, Israel has officially inaugurated a new international airport on Monday near the Red Sea, look, at a resort town of Eilat. The 2013 warning I was given that Israel comes under attack. So it's just a few kilometers from the Jordan border is another warning I'm getting. But wait, it continues. As you go on, Ramon Airport, this is Archaea 683. This is the name of the airport. They're going to call it Ramon Airport, right? Now watch this. This is just breaking just now. Here's the date and time on the West Coast. The new airport, Israel, Jordan, this area. The new airport is named after Ilan Ramon, Israel's first astronaut. Are you hearing this? So we're going back 6 years and 3 years and then several videos just this month, and this is all tied together. Watch this. Israel's first astronaut who died in the crash of the space shuttle Columbia. You cannot make this stuff up. And if you go on to read this, article, and I'll put a link to it, you're going to find that they admit it's not just for commercial flights, it's for, quote, other flights. And what other kind of flights are they? Well, I'll tell you what other kind of flights are they besides commercial, is military. And this is right like on the Jordan border. And in closing, one more thing, I'm tying in the 2-2 now and the 222. Tomorrow in the area warned, Florida, Governor Cuomo is called, and these people have called for a vote to take place tomorrow, January 22nd, and And it's basically in the area I'm showing you that abortion will be legal all the way up, and I'll put a link to this, all the way up to 9 months. And not only that, for any reason at all. In other words, you can just not like being pregnant, and you can kill your baby all the way up to 9 months. And look at the date that the vote's going to occur on, 1/22. And look at where it's occurring in New York. And look what's happening in Jordan. Is this, and they're actually literally, this was one of the sacrifices, was the first astronaut in Colombia. So, this government shutdown is tying in New York and human sacrifice and these bell arches, and I'm showing the Columbia right here at the 28-minute mark. And what I'm warning about is a false flag event before it happens. So what I want to let you know in all sincerity, and thank you for watching this and sharing this, is so, like, if this came to pass, and this is coming to pass, New York, Pot 30 died, Trump, Mexico, all this part, it's just all coming together. The tribulation is going to begin. Then we're going to see some type of false flag in New York and some type of event in Florida. I would put that in writing. The 22 is the numbers from this 2013 video where I was awakened. I mean, and now this about Jordan, and then now this about New York. So I would be in heavy prayer before you go to bed tonight. And I would be in heavy prayer when you wake up tomorrow, if we're granted tomorrow, because it's not promised, because we are on the verge of tribulation and the rise of the Antichrist, and everything I've been showing for years, and many other people have been showing for years, is it's coming to pass literally within 2 days. Not years, within days. The birth pangs of the pregnant woman. We are about out of here. Thank you for listening.